Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Way beyond the sea.
This week we are starting out with the final piece to the apartment build, which is the hood vent cover. So as we explained in previous videos, our venting did not line up with the stove. So it was all off-centered, and the original shroud cover that comes with our vent hood was not going to work. So our cabinet guys were so kind as to take the cabinet material, the lower base dark color, and actually custom build a shroud cover for this. It is here. Turn on the light. We are installing it now, and then the apartment is 100% done.
What was that? You got some kind of magic touch I don't know about, huh?
Yes, I make a light.
Let there be light.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Adds a lot.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, problem solved. We have the shroud cover up. It looks amazing. It actually ties in all of the cabinetry really well. I like it a lot better than the metal shroud cover, so it actually ended up working out for the best. So something we thought that was going to be a big problem ended up being kind of a blessing. So besides a little touch-up paint, this apartment is done. Nevaeh, our oldest daughter, can officially move in.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, now that we finally have that hood vent shroud installed, it is time for Melissa and I to move on and work on a project of our own. We tried to get this done last week, but kind of like we explained to you, the hornets have been absolutely out of control. We set some traps up, some feeding stations. We'll give you guys an update on that here in a bit. But we need to address an eyesore that has been bugging me, and apparently some of you out there. My OCD has been cringing at the fact that we have some mismatchy features on our property. We like for everything to be as uniform as possible, so we're gonna try to address that here today.
So we have 3 outbuildings here on the property, and all of them have these white metal doors. All of them have the shop special.
Beautiful.
And the white metal doors do not match our shop color combinations at all. You guys have definitely pointed that out, like what's with the white doors. So we're gonna remedy that today. Our garage doors are this nice in the middle color that ties in the base color with the wainscoting, and it looks really good. So we tried really hard to match that paint color.
Grayish brown.
Grayish brown.
Keep in mind I'm colorblind, but grayish brown.
We're gonna go with grayish brown. I think it's going to look really nice. We have 3 doors to do, so let's get to work. Stop that. Stop it. Behave. Today our goal is also not to get stung. Last week we put these crazy hornet traps out that we saw online, and it was a combination of boric acid, apple juice, chunks of cantaloupe, and bacon.
Oh. Right on cue.
Anyway, we killed probably 90%. Okay, no. Okay, anyway, they're still here, and now they're mad. Now they're vengeful because we have killed 90% of their offspring and ancestors. I don't know. Either way, they're really mad.
Their ancestors.
Well, they're ancestors now. So anyway, the traps are working really well. It's been about 5 days since we first put them out. Again, probably a 90% improvement, but the 10% that are left, they're here, they're mad, they're trying to sting us. So we're gonna keep these traps out for like another week. Hopefully we can deal with this, but we may need to wait until the first frost.
All right, Mama, can we do the obligatory slow motion paint can shake and taste test?
No.
We ready for that? No. It's tradition. Come on, every time. I told you, we got to do it.
No.
I never do it. I mean, come on. By
That's
now
not
we
what
should
you do
know.
it
I
one
never
time.
do it.
Do it. Do it, eat it. Just swab it.
Just, yeah, let's see how it looks. I feel feel like that's the right color, huh? It's grayish brown.
Door doesn't think so.
Why is he crying? Oh, he's so sad. Why'd you do that? Happy to be getting this done while we can. We've talked about it like the last 3 summers.
I know. We're doing it.
Seen this all play out. I don't know where it all fits in. Time plays its
All right, Mama, looks better.
Yeah,
Good color. Let it dry. Door number 2.
Number 2.
Time plays its role.
All right.
And you learn it as you go. So how is love?
Do you want me to fly spray you?
When it only seems to slip, where can you go to find some rest? When it's all inside your head, I do not know, I will not guess again.
All right, we have wrapped up the second door. We need to let both doors dry completely before we put the hardware back on, but we still have the pump house door to do. Really quickly, I wanted to address something that I know is going to come up, and that is, why are you painting doors and doing other things instead of putting the siding on the addition?
Yeah, Melissa.
So we are about to start on the big siding project. It is going to be a huge project. It's going to take us a while. And so we wanted to make sure that we got these other things done that we've been waiting to do literally for years. We needed to get those done before we start on a huge project. We just had some odds and ends and some loose ends that we needed to tie up. So that is why we are doing these things. And then I promise we're getting to work on the siding. So much better.
Much better. Let it dry. It'll look even better. So you may notice the lighting is a little different. We gave ourselves a few hours for the sun to start setting because the bees wouldn't leave us alone. This is door number 3. I have some caulking to do. This thing has been out here for a number of years now. It's weathered. There are a bunch of gaps that need to be filled before we can paint. So let's get that done. And then hopefully we'll be wrapped up with all of our painting projects.
Laid it down, nowhere to pass them. Like only a moment ago. Met you up in the clouds, you were waiting up for me to hide your heart in the dark. I'll find it waiting in the shores. Light of the highway, signal in time. When you're somewhere down the line, there I could follow you into the night. In your chest out across.
We are just getting started with a new homeschool year, which is always exciting because after 13 years of homeschooling, we have really figured out what works and what doesn't work for our family. And we have been so blessed with the freedom to teach our children about history, economics, and the great works of literature, and really dive into subjects together as a family. But here's the thing, you don't have to be a homeschool family or even a student to learn something new and inspiring, because Hillsdale College is offering more than 40 free online courses in the most important and enduring subjects. You can learn about the works of one of my favorite authors, C.S. Lewis, the stories from the Book of Genesis, the meaning of the U.S. Constitution, plus so much more. And Hillsdale online courses are 100% free and self-paced, so you can start them wherever and whenever is convenient for you. So we are starting off the school year with American heritage from colonial settlement to the current day. I highly recommend this one because in this 10 lecture course, you're going to examine how the American founders had a unique opportunity to start government anew, based on principles of equality, consent, and how those major challenges of the founders centered around these principles. It is such a fascinating and in-depth study into our nation's history, and we have found all of their courses to be so engaging and well done. I seriously could not believe that this was a free resource for everyone. To check out Hillsdale online courses for yourself, go to hillsdale.edu/GSL to enroll. There is no cost and it's so easy to get started. That is hillsdale.edu/GSL to register, hillsdale.edu/GSL.
Now that we have all of our exterior doors painted, we are moving all of our time and attention and efforts back to the addition build. We have some venting that has to go up in our soffit. Still have bees out and about. One of the last things that needs to be done before Nevaeh can move in is plugging in the same soffit vents that we've been using on our hallway section here and on the house itself. So we have to go up, do some drilling, and plug those in.
Don't fall off the ladder.
Bees. Oh my gosh.
Hornets,
sorry.
Giving bees a bad rap. We have 2 of the vents in and we have 30 to go. So we are definitely having issues with the hornets today. They're worse today, I swear. So these are screened. That way hornets, bees, wasps, and any other crazy North Idaho insect cannot make their way into our soffit space. They are also louvered, and the louvers face the building, and that way any updrafts will go up into the attic and push any moisture out through the ridge vent. These should work really well. We've been using them on the house. We like them. They look nice, so Jeremy's gonna keep working.
Under the night sky, full of stars, away from all the city lights and empty charms, searching for a place for something.
Help me pick green beans for dinner? Yeah. All right, go grab a bowl.
They led me to the narrow path to you. I'm leaving it all for the glory of your love. I give you all I got to give on to that day. To the cross and follow you wherever you may go. You're my all in all.
Well, just like that, we've had our first casualty of the day. What happened?
It was me on the ground. Look, this is an interesting area to show you guys, but we got to show you proof. Look at that. Unprovoked. They're so mean.
Yeah, that's about right. In the process of me just trying to grab a simple measurement, I'm having to stop like 3 or 4 times to swat bees away. Got him.
Did you get it?
This is out of control. All right, I'm calling it quits. I have now been stung on the ankle, almost fell off the ladder in the process. Not only is it unsafe, it's just super aggravating. And
mostly it's unsafe. You can't be on a ladder and unable to defend yourself. And I'm getting stung down on the ground too, so
we're gonna change. I'm all paranoid now. We're gonna change our game plan, mix things up, and try to accomplish something inside, so we're not dealing with these hornets. Yeah. Bastards.
So we are now safely indoors, away from the hornets. Last week we did all of the insulation inside our breezeway. The front wall was faced insulation, but the back wall and the ceiling is unfaced, and it's gonna need a vapor barrier because it is the breezeway between the 2 buildings. So we went upstairs to get vapor barrier, realized that we were out of the usual poly vapor barrier that we used throughout the house and the rest of our build. Instead, we're gonna go hardcore. We're gonna go 6mm black plastic because that's what we have. And we use leftovers around here.
Feels like it got like 10 degrees hotter in here. I was like, oh my god.
So you may have noticed when I was talking that I have a mountain of tissue here. And no, this is not for Jeremy's podcast needs. I ordered a stool for Nevaeh for
What?
upstairs. Well, sometimes you get emotional.
It's a very emotional setting, okay?
I think I will move the Kleenex into the podcast studio. But yeah, I have 56 boxes of tissue now because I ordered Nevaeh a stool for her birthday for the bar. Well, 2 stools. One box came with a stool in it. The other box came filled with random returns from Target. 56 boxes of tissue, 2 Sonicare toothbrushes, some wrinkle cream, some granny shoes, and 2 pairs of tap shoes.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's what was in the box instead of a stool. And yeah, no, we have a lot of tissue.
You're wondering why we have a massive bulge here. It's because our plumbing runs inside of the wall. So
Yeah, I was wondering.
ignore the big black bulge. Don't you mess this up.
Okay. Oh,
As a reminder, because we have all this plumbing, that bulge down at the bottom there, we were going to be building something else, some kind of a bench or something just to mask and hide all that. Should look good when it's all said and done.
Jeremy's wrapping up the vapor barrier, just a couple more staples, and I'm starting to think about what kind of surface material we want inside the Breezeway. I kind of want it to be fun. Jeremy was like, let's just slap up some drywall. But I think drywall's a lot of work because you have to tape and you have to mud it and then you have to texture it, then you have to paint it, and it's kind of boring. So since it's this fun little space between the 2 living areas, I thought it would be cool to do something different. I thought of shiplap. I thought of maybe cedar lap siding, like kind of like a little sauna, sort of that look. Like Jeremy mentioned, we're going to be building a bench and then we're going to be doing a shoe rack on the wall. But what do you guys think would be a really fun material for the walls? Because I want to do something different. You want to go tackle the rest of those vents?
Not really, I'm too tired, Mom. It's break time.
You want to call it a day?
Call it a day. Let's load up.
Load up.
Clean it out. Let's get our garage back.
Can I park in here tonight?
Let's try. It's amazing how many tools end up stacking up in here over the course of time.
Since we are finished working inside the apartment and Nevaeh is going to be moving in this week, we need to get all of our junk out of here. So right now the garage has just sort of become a collect-all for everything construction for the entire build.
Everything.
And now we're finally going to use it as an actual garage space. So right now it's a complete disaster, but we're gonna remedy that this morning.
Little skim milk, maybe?
What is that?
Skim milk. Come on, it's delicious.
"5 years ago, when I drew our dream home on a napkin while watching the kids play in the yard, I never once ever thought about putting a garage on it. Something like a garage wasn't going to be possible. Not with our budget and not with our skills. We did have big dreams, but we were cautious. Realistic, if you will. So as I drew up those little boxes, I'm not even sure that I ever believed that they would become an actual house. Sometimes that sort of thing was just fun to think about. But then one day, we decided to just start. And then once we sold everything and we left, we had no choice but to keep going. I heard a speaker say that if you want to succeed, place yourself in a position where you cannot fail. And he didn't mean put yourself in a place where it's a sure thing. He meant literally paint yourself into a corner. Burn the boats. Make sure that you cannot fail because there is no other choice but to make it happen. So that's what we did. And looking back, we had no idea what we were capable of because we had never actually put ourselves to the test. So today, as we stand in the garage that we never thought we'd have, it's clear that we are all capable of so much more than we know. We just have to start. and then refuse to fail.
You think it cleans up nice, huh?
Does clean up nice.
Showroom shine.
Now we can park.
Yeah, let's let it dry out and we'll pull the cars in. We have a garage again. Holy cow.